Well, hello and welcome and welcome and hello and welcome. And once again, just for good measure, let me welcome you and say hello. Now, with that little bit of housekeeping out of the way, let me once again say welcome and hello. It is Un Poco Moss. And today, I don't have much time with you, friends, but I'm going to try to give you just a little bit more in a very, very quick dose, quick, painful show coming at you today. There's going to be none of the frills, none of the humor, none of the insights that you're used to coming from your old pal Danny Deals. It's just going to be, like I said, Joe Friday, just the facts, ma'am, and we're going to get through this thing. Guys, this is a little bit more dramatic version of the same chart we've seen, but difference is it's trading in the same range today as it was Thursday, which leads me to believe that the bleeding has stopped. Um, Guys, if you just chart this sell off, the only variation here was on the 12th where there was a little bit of a pump before the dump. But otherwise, guys, this algo was absolutely locked in. Um, Dropping this thing 25 cents per day. And if you look some of the days like the $8 day here, it bled downward, but the algo is not perfect and there were other buyers and sellers out there, but you see the volume is almost the same exact thing every day. Algo buying at the end every day. You see this even down to this huge sell-off right here, like 80% of the way through the day. It's just very, very odd. I've seen obviously high frequency trading, algorithmic trading is nothing new. That's why three-quarters of the shares traded on the exchanges or on the major exchanges are traded by computers, not by people. But if you look at this, guys, basically from yesterday where it dropped down, it didn't go any lower today. And in fact, basically they did the same chart, they did the same dump right here, but they had to pump it to dump it, so it didn't actually go down below this level. And now, of course, the stock is running up. It's actually done this every single day, but what's happened, guys, what do you know? What time is it? 11. Options are expiring, guys. So if people haven't done anything with these calls, these 750 calls, these $8, I mean, obviously it's not going to get to $8, but these 750 calls, now the market makers can kind of let go of the reins, try to accumulate if they want to cover. A few things, guys. I'm trying to cover a lot, and you know, I have a scatterbrain, but there's one of the themes, if just for Danny Deals to kind of go overview, kind of go airplane view of the flyover country, just go thematic, like the narratives that have been thrown at SoFi are so thin and so illogical, and the way kind of the analysts and the journalists and those who amplify those opinions are willing to just turn 180 degrees depending on which way the wind is blowing. It's like, okay, the Fed announces you know I don't know what happened. Did some news just came out? Did some news just come out? I don't know what the fuck's going on, guys. I've just been working all morning. I had a bunch of work to do, so I haven't been actually watching the stock. What just happened, guys? Dow Jones pops. Fed official says this on rate cuts. So they must have basically come out and said that they are going to cut. I don't know what happened. Maybe somebody knows. Um, let's see, guys. Is anybody here? Oh, we have the all-star team. We got Matt Flo, Oprah, Not a Lurker, Roland Dubs, McDankins. I don't know who some of you guys are. Um, let's see, guys. C Bar's here. Ben is here. The ether between us is back. I remember you. You were here yesterday. Benji, what's going on, Benji? J Mac is here. I forgot, missed a couple of people the other day. Guys, I try to shout everybody out, but I know that's not, that and 50 cents to get you a cup of coffee in 1982. In any case, guys, let's get back to SoFi Technologies Incorporated, ticker symbol SOFI. For those of you that are new to the program, we always do stress that you are welcomed properly. So let me say welcome and hello. It's Un Poco Moss. We try to give you just a little bit more. Guys, oh boy, the SoFi stock. It's exciting, guys. Look at how tight. I just showed you how it stepped this thing down. and what it's trying to do today. And basically, of course, the options they start to auto sell at 2 Eastern, 11 my time. So that's a good time for a Topper time check, guys. It is Friday, of course. What the hell's the date? The 19th, of course. I don't know why I keep saying of course today. I'm kind of tired. Woke up super early for no reason. Just kind of, anticipation. It wasn't really the markets, but just a lot of other business type things going on today. So anyway, I've always been a bit of an early riser. But anyway, guys, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome and hello, and welcome. Um, let's see who else is here. What's up from the crypt? What's up, Ross? Yeah, Ross is buying no matter what. The only person buying more shares than Ross is Payush, the big P, the Punisher. What's up, Roland Dubs? Yeah, shout out to Roland Dubs. Shout out to Raider Nation. Big up. We are committed to excellence, much like SOFI Technologies Incorporated. Of course, we bleed silver and black, the team of the decades, and the greatest team in the history of sport. And I know Roland Dubs will second me on that. As part of the greatest fan base in the history of sport, the worldwide, which is of course the Raider Nation. With all due deference to all my my Patriots. What about the Patriots? What about TB12? He's got 8 rings. He's got hardware. I'm like you're just like having a heart attack on your bowl of chowder and fish and chips while you scream at me and just choke me violently. It's funny because with the bad reputation that Raider fans have, like I know there's some bad ones, like the guys who stab people at Jack Murphy Stadium. Those aren't good Raider fans, but actually Raider fans are really mellow compared to like East Coast fans. East Coast fans are a bunch of violent psychopaths in the Northeast. Just my opinion, but I've been punched in the face enough times to sort of know what I'm talking about, sort of out of the blue. Like they like to pick out like a big guy, some drunk like idiot like Patriot fan or some hoodoosh Bengals fan or something. They just like to get drunk and just punch a big guy like from behind or the side. I'm like, hey, what did your sister just kiss me? Like, no, I punched you in the face. I'm like, oh, let me know next time. Send me a, send me an evite so I know I'm being punched by some little wuss from Boston. Anyway, guys, that's neither here nor there, but don't really know what I'm talking about. Like I said, I'm a little bit tired. But guys, that's just what I wanted to point out. This volume always has a ton of variance. It goes 80 million, it goes 20 million. Last 5 days, 46 million, 49 million, 38 million, 41 million, 47 million. Today we're sitting at 26 million, so probably won't get quite that high. So I don't know. You don't usually see volume in that 45 million range. It's normally pretty bullish. You don't normally see that as the stock is being stepped down or as the stock is red. Usually see much lower volume, but I can't say exactly what it means. But guys, I think it has everything to do with this borrowing. I mean, a lot of us, a lot of the U-turders, the the talking heads, the morons, the unintelligentsia class, the what's the frequency, Kenneth, talking heads, like a lot of us thought they were going to cover some into this ER, but you see short interest basically since Thursday, December 28th. Is absolutely flat, and shares on loan were dipped down a little bit there, all the way to 84 million, and now it's back up to 115 million, and that's not counting today, guys. And look at the shenanigans today. I mean, today the borrowed change is 12.5 million net. And I know these numbers are not compiled exactly, and they do change as they get different sources overnight in a couple of days. So you have to look back and you have to be careful, but you can compare them day by day, just to take the temperature of the market and see, was there a lot of shorting? Was there not a lot of shorting? Was there a lot of borrowing? And essentially what happens, we see the short is flat and borrowing is up dramatically. So that leads me to believe that a lot of those hedge funds that were short long were not prepared to book a loss on their short position and decided to dump their long share and go back to borrowing. And I'm sure that'll be reflected in the data once that's filed. Let's see. In any case, guys, you see 12.5 million net borrowing today. It's just a very absurd level. Um, okay, sorry guys. I'm trying to decipher a message. Not a lurker, Beach Boy. So basically, here's what I wanted to talk about, guys. I don't want to waste time in this video. Um, okay. So what are your thoughts on Tanner's infomercial last night? Eventually, his SoFi data. Yeah, he does. Like, in fairness, guys, I know he got a lot of flack for that, but he does put a tremendous amount of data out. If you look at like SoFi Weekly, he puts all those charts, the graphs. But it's like one comprehensive. I know everyone wants everything to be free, guys. But that's just not how the world works. You're putting, hundreds and thousands of hours into researching, one particular stock. And guys, if you know anything about YouTube, like I don't make a dime, but you don't make much money unless you have like millions and millions of subscribers, like Meet Kevin or somebody. Like you make a ton of money, like millions and millions and millions of people watch all these videos. So I don't know. I only thing I wanted to see, I just thought it was going to be like a big, SoFi stream, which I was really looking forward to. But in any case, I'm not mad at Tanner. I really like Tanner. I think his data is worth it, guys. I pay for a number of websites that cost more than that thing, and keep in mind, he's saying like if you pay once, you early people, you're gonna like. You're going to get in forever and not have to pay anything else. So it just depends. How do you do your research? Do you look at somebody like that who is like looking at a stock with a microscope, with a fine tooth comb? And do you put value on that? Do you put value on having that data constantly updated and analyzed? If you don't, I mean, you know, don't buy. That's why you vote with your dollars. It's a free country. I know a lot of people were kind of upset about it, but I wasn't. I really I like Tanner, and I think if you look at what he's put out and given to the SoFi community, the SoFi investor community for absolutely nothing, even if you're not like a member of his thing, which is like $5, like I mean, God, the guy's given me so much value. Just the information, the data, their data analysis is just something that is not a strength of mine. So obviously, um, I don't know, guys. I just don't like to like be negative on other people's. Like, I'll harsh your gig. I don't like to harsh people's gig. If somebody is pumping like worthless meme coins or horrible investments, I will call them out. But if you're just trying to sell something that's like a ton of your hard work, the fruits of your labor, and you're saying, I think my work should have a value, and I'm not afraid to put a value on that and ask people, I think that's actually a very healthy, place to come from. Like, as creators, this gig economy, we've gotten in the mindset that we should give everything for free and just pray for views or likes, like living for likes. I'm just like, fuck your likes, fuck your 2 cents. Like, I don't need to buy Sergey Brin and that other fucktard a bigger jet. Like, it's just not my thing. But like, they do it, like Tanner and some of the other guys, and they're more like full-time professional time going into this thing and giving like professional level results. Like, I feel like the data I get from someone like Tanner and Steve, and Tevis, frankly, is far more valuable than anything you get on TV or in the financial press. So sorry, guys, this was a big aside, but anyway, it's neither here nor there. My opinion on it means really nothing. Some of you guys were like shouting me out in the comments, like Danny Deals is gonna be pissed. Like, fucking why? Dude, I'm not gonna be pissed at all. Like, you guys don't get that ain't me. Like, I'm not. The only thing I don't like is like dishonesty and people trying to take advantage of people. I have absolutely no problem with people placing a value on their work and what they create and getting paid for it and asking to get paid for it. And then, as you guys are noting, it's completely your choice. It's not like mandatory. He's still going to do SoFi Weekly, where if you listen carefully and like look at the information, like almost everything that's going to come out in that course is going to come out for free in, his talking. So you guys have to just, it depends how you absorb information. To buy that, you'd have to be one of these people that really likes, granular data and seeing the changes and the trends and really looking at that data for yourself and in depth. And if you are that type of person, I think it would be a very good value. I am not that kind of person. I am a big picture blowhard yerk off. So, I do my own research. I have a lot of experience, guys. People think I'm a big moron, but I'm really, really good at math. I studied econ, and I've been doing this a long, long time. I've won some and I've lost some. I haven't gotten wealthy, but the markets, have been good to me. Talking about 10x stocks, guys, I've 10x a number of stocks. Like I met one, the founder of a very, very major tech company when I was in college, and I was like, really impressed by that guy. Engineering school where I went to school was actually named after him. Um, and I bought that stock, and it went absolutely insane. Now, I didn't get wealthy because I had very, very little money. I was a poor student. I was actually getting student loans. And guys, that'll get me off this rant, because one of the narratives, and I want to talk about narratives, one of the narratives is that college is of no use anymore. Um, Sorry, guys, one sec. I just have to send a quick message. Um, okay. This is false. Like, okay, college graduates, and these are different sources, but it's all kind of the same thing. Social Security Administration, Forbes. It doesn't matter where you look. I clicked on many of these articles, U.S. Department of Education, but it all kind of tells the same story. College graduates are half as likely to be unemployed as their peers who only have a high school degree. Typical earnings for a bachelor's degree holder is 36,000 or 84% higher than those with a diploma. College graduates on average make $1.2 million more in their lifetime. And if you look at the return of just a bachelor's degree, which if you're smart and you go to community college and live at home, which is like almost free, at least here in California, it's very, very inexpensive. So you have to pay for 2 years of college. And again, you can work, you can live at home if you don't have money. Like I worked my way through school and I got loans. Um, but say you can get through those 2 years for like 30 grand in loans, 40 grand, you're going to make $1.2 million return over your lifetime. And that's just the salary. Like that's not counting how compounding of investments and interest can multiply that 1.2 million several times over. So I just think the myth that college is of no use is just super, super stupid. In that Gary Gordon article, he was talking about how, student loans are dying and SoFi is mostly a student loan company. Guys, people are still going to want to go to college. Um, so let's see. Thanks, Pavan. Yeah, I know. I mean, God, I've been studying every number, every zero and one on SoFi since they, Chamath announced that they were the target of IPOE and all that stuff. So, yeah, I'm not, you know, yeah, it doesn't worry me at all. Pavan Mecca, or however you pronounce that. Sorry, buddy, but yeah, I mean, people, I just rant and rave for like it's for effect on YouTube, guys. The dips, if anything, I buy them. I never sell dips on a stock like this because the dips are not there for a fundamental reason. They're just mechanics, doing technical things and shorting and they have to do with, short-term options. So as a long-term investor, you can really happily ignore those things and just accumulate if you want to. Yeah, that's a good place to go, Mopar. Got you 6.4, probably got you a hot chick. So what's the problem? Ah, let's see, guys. Getting a doctorate. Yeah, I mean, guys, I mean, come on, think about it. I hope that's Princess J. If it is, God, I love you. You are the best thing in the world, even better than the SoFi stock, even better than Noto. Way, way better. So I don't know who's giving me those hearts, but like I said, God, I hope it's Princess J. I don't think she's watching because she's hard at work today. But anyway, guys, if anybody's here, if I haven't noticed you or said hello or welcome and hello, Yakov Smirnov, you want to do it? Yakov Smirnoff is hilarious. One of the guys on here might kind of know him out in the Branson area. It's like in America, your money says in God we trust. In Russia, we have no money. Like it's like that bit. He's like, and I don't think he really has an accent. Like he did a funny cameo in King of the Hill. Um, C Bar is right on the money, guys. Because I live down here where it's all aerospace, it's all technology. We have like Manhattan Beach, El Segundo area. There's like tons of aerospace companies. We have Tesla down here. We have SpaceX down here. If you have the brains to do it, engineering is the way to go, or coding. It's kind of it's kind of a similar thing. You have to have a similar skill set, technical problem solver, logical thinker, all this stuff. But I mean, if you have the capacity to be an engineer, but think about all the best careers, guys, like medical, even like nursing is an absolutely great career. You have to go to school, you have to pass exams. Like people are like, oh, I'm just going to drop out. Like, Mark Zuckerberg or Elon or whatever, just be a billionaire. Yeah, I mean, fuck, why not? Like, but if you want to live in the real fucking world, stay in school and get useful degrees. Like me, I have a well rounded liberal arts education. I studied economics and political science. Not the most useful thing in the world, but I personally found it very rewarding and very, very useful throughout my life to. I wasn't one of these guys who did. I actually enjoyed like reading and participating and stuff like that. So if my parents had money, guys, I would have gone to college forever. You I would have got like 8 PhDs and just a tweed jacket and just be smoking a pipe and be like, "Oh no, I'm not the professor. I'm auditing this course. Oh, it's me, Danny Pennyweather." Like, dude, I would have patches on my jackets. I would be wearing penny loafers. It would be a whole different thing. My mustache would be just so. Boy, I would be high society. Danny Deals is your career RK. That's dead end, brother. Cause stay in school. One of my buddy's best decisions last year was Boeing. Yeah, I mean, exactly, Paven. Like, is Boeing going out of business? I know they're having problems right now with the 737 and all that, but they're not going anywhere. Guys, people love their Rivians. I need to stay on task because I got to get out of this fucking thing. Um, yeah, I mean, SpaceX is the best of the best. I have tenants who work for SpaceX. These guys, if you can be an aerospace engineer, go ahead and do that because these guys make huge salaries. I see kids, 28 years old making fucking more money than I do. I'm like, can you afford this apartment? And they're like, bitch, please. I'm like, sign here, my friend. By the way, let me go home and grab my fucking shine box. Let me fucking shine up those Oxfords for you, sir. You're doing very, very well. What a fucking outstanding salary you're making. You must have an IQ about 175, you little pissant. Oh, I hate these fucking kids. People like C Bar, really, really smart, get engineering degrees. Fuck you guys. Freaking poli sci, what a useless degree. Um, anyway, I really really enjoy elections. I studied voter behavior. It's more like statistics than political science. A lot more math oriented, but I had the privilege of having just outstanding professors where I went to school. A lot of the professors were like retired Harvard professors and Ivy League professors because they wanted to come out to, La Jolla. And just when they came out, they'd give them these cottages on the beach to live in as part of their salary. So it was like they'd attract all these like incredible Ivy League professors, and us turds benefited from that. But anyway, guys, C Bar makes all the calls. Like I mostly defer to C Bar for all my engineering because I can't engineer jack shit. I can barely put together IKEA stuff. What's that green stuff in my portfolio? Yeah, Ben, maybe I should talk about stocks instead of just droning on like a fucking moron. So guys, SoFi stock 27 million shares traded on the day, $7.45. Um, let's see. Anything else interesting I can tell you? Any news? Obviously, I didn't have much of a plan for this thing, but let me get back before I just, again, blabber on and on. I'm talking about narratives, but we're talking about shorting. 12.5 million net today, which sounds impossible. And these numbers can be goofy, but just compare them to yesterday. You get the same idea for the aggregate short volume ratio. It was down in the 20s just a month ago. 30s, quickly went to the 40s, and now the last 5 trading days, 49.4, but give me a little slack on that one. The last 5 trading days, this bad boy's been in the 50s. And I watch this thing every single day, and I have not seen that for a long time, like last summer. I know what you did last summer, you motherfucker. You shorted SoFi. Right here, buddy. What's up, Thatch? Flip the switch. Like, what's that movie? Arm wrestling, over the top. I flip the switch. I turn my baseball cap around. I flip the switch. I, I do I do tricep extensions in my big rig. You stole Michael. You stole like is that fucking guy's name? Robert Loggia. He's like steals the kid's grandson, his daughter. It's such a weird movie. It's like he's mine. He's my kid. It's like, dude, you're a weird old bald guy. What, you sleep with your own daughter? It don't make no sense. Like, you're the grandfather. Who wrote this piece of shit? I wrote Rocky, you motherfuckers. Guys, like, Sylvester Stallone is, like, deceptively intelligent. Just kind of talks funny. But, same with like George W. Bush. I'd be like, oh, he's so dumb. He only got into print. Like, I'm not trying to talk politics, but it's like, not I'm kind of a good talker. It doesn't mean I'm that smart. And some people kind of talk different, or like people think, oh, you have a southern accent, you must be dumb. People are just stupid. I'd be like, don't judge a book by its cover, but that's what everyone does all fucking day long. I hate you guys. Just wanted to throw that out there. Let's see. SoFi, Pavin. Sorry, guys, I missed all these comments. I know I'll go back and try to check them out later, but I won't because I really don't give a shit. Okay, that's kind of where we were. So, guys, that's Ross. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, and frankly, I don't care. Um, Morningstar. Yeah, I read the Morningstar report. I found it. I'm a friend found it bootlegged on the internet. Weren't they at like a fair value of 15, Pavin? Macaw, however the fuck you say that. I don't know. Can you phoneticize that for me? Because it's really fucking annoying me. Um, Ben G, what's going on? What's up, Chaos? Yeah, I read that whole thing and I watched Tanner's video on it. Not to get back to Tanner, where I steal most of my ideas. The rest of them I steal from Steve and Tevis. But no, I actually do a lot of my own research. But I do enjoy, getting those guys' opinions because they're much more number guys. Um, Ryan Cohen, I don't know who Ryan Cohen is, to be honest with you. I don't know all these guys. Like I just don't pay attention to this shit. I don't consume besides just doing this show, I don't consume a tremendous amount of like media. I just look at the numbers. I just kind of formulate my own opinion. But sorry, I probably do know who that is, but I just can't remember right now. Should I use formaldehyde-free insulation? Where do you need insulation to remodel your kitchen? Are you moving like exterior walls or like soundproofing or for the dishwasher or for the scene? There's about 500 million kinds of insulation, Mopar. So, yes, I would go ahead and try to use, there's tons of organic and natural options that cost very slightly more. You don't you're in your house all the time and it's an enclosed space. So, yes, formaldehyde, while probably not going to kill you, is toxic. And a lot of shit they've used for many decades in building is toxic. So, green materials are really the way to go. So now when I am building, when I'm remodeling, I tend to use very green materials. It's just better. They're recycled. Sometimes they're even cheaper, but they're a little bit harder to work with. And a lot of times, builders and contractors and different people, actual tradesmen, don't like them because it's, that industry is very resistant to change. They learn from this, and whether it be the union or their grandfather or whatever. So that's why many building techniques have been the same for generations. It's the same kind of thing with banking or with cars or anything. It's just, you know, things sort of have their own gravity and they're just very resistant to change. It's very hard to change. And that's kind of, brings us back to SoFi, guys. Sorry, I've been Sorry, I got to stop reading the comments. Do you play chess? Yeah, I was in like the chess club when I was young. I was never that good, Benji. I'm not that smart. Fundamentally speaking, franchise retailer. Yeah, I mean fundamentals are everything. But the problem is GameStop doesn't do anything that's really profitable. That's the problem with some of these companies. You have to not only look at how many there are, but like what do they do? Like financial services, lending, this stuff is very, very profitable. It's like bread and butter. I mean, SoFi is talking about 30% gross, 20% net over time. That's a ton of money. These guys are going to spin off fucking free cash. I don't see how you can be so stupid as to not see it. But it is what it is, guys. You guys are stupid, and that's just the unfortunate reality. And there's nothing I can do. I blame your parents. I blame the educational system. Oh, it's unfortunate. But guys, I want to go back to my roots and give you my showstoppers. So, basically, I had a bunch of stuff written out. I was like, okay, Chia Pet, as you know, yesterday, Chia Pet, he didn't, I don't think he actually downgraded like with a price target, but he came out and he downgraded his EPS estimates. He like shooting for 10 cents. So 10 cents is 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, 4 cent. 5 cent, 4 cent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that adds to 10. So if they could increase 1% per quarter, that gets you to 10. Um, See again, JR, it's like you don't have to pay half a million to go to college. Like here in California, you can go to a state school for like 8 grand a year. You live at home, you work, you go to community college, it's almost free. So yeah, if you go to, USC, it's gonna cost you 100 grand a year. But even there, if you're low income, you can get a ton of money. So the notion that a bachelor's degree costs $500,000 is just absurd. Um, no, you can't bankrupt most student loans, at least not the federal ones. I'm not quite sure about private. But yeah, I borrowed quite a bit of money, like, not a ton, but like 40 grand. I went to UC school, cost a bit more than the state school, but I really enjoyed it and I worked my way through and I paid off my loans. It's kind of just the way I did it, like just kind of the conventional normal process. And I'm glad I did, and it was a lot of work, and paying back the fucking loans was a lot of work, but things that are worthwhile often are a lot of work. So you got to just, you know, put on your big boy pants and take care of business. But anyway, guys, so yeah, this was the so Biden, this is like big news, 4.9 billion student debt relief for 73,000. That doesn't affect SoFi, but it'll be like a big FUD thing. Everybody will kind of write about it. Oh my God, oh my God. So we saw the $12 lower by Mizuho. Earnings estimates were lowered by the Chia Pet. So I don't know if you want to take a look at this, just to discuss yourself. Wedbush analyst D. Chiaverini now affects the company will post earnings 10 cents for the year, down from previous forecast of 12 and a $3 price target. Consensus estimate 14. So yeah, so I don't know, not really a huge surprise. They go through all the other estimates. Again, Danny Dolev downgraded from 15 to 12. Not extremely mad about that. Still leaves a ton of upside on the stock. But the ER is going to tell everything, guys. So this is what I want to do with Danny's Doorbusters, little Danny's Doorbusters. We're talking about what is going to give us that rocket ship emoji, to the moon type of tickle in our pickle, as I said yesterday. Some of you got a kick out of that. That was that's something old people used to say, well, if that puts a tickle in your pickle. It's just kind of so stupid, but one of those things you just remember, like I'll tell you everything I know. What do you got, 5 minutes? Like, I'm here, not a lurker's here, good to see you, not a lurker. I am on, I need to get off. Cal State Long Beach, that's awesome, man. I used to I for many, many years I coached Special Olympics, and we would do our summer games down at Cal State Long Beach in the Pyramid, and it was just some of the best times of my life down there in Long Beach. We'd stay in the dorms. It would just be absolutely insane, like 3 days without sleep. But man, I miss that. So anyway, guys, yeah, innuendo, but I know, but it's like an innocent, dirty innuendo. It's not like a big, it's not like a big schlong. Let's see. Real estate sector, corporate debt, mature businesses, shit codes have been flushed out of the market last year. See signs bear market 2024. I mean, I don't think the market's going to go crazy in 2024. I mean, tech is just, tech's always out there swinging. T-shirt with Danny's face, little Dee Dee's doorbusters. So guys, Danny Deal's doorbusters. This is what I'm talking about. So basically, the doorbuster for me would be gap EPS of 4 cents. Last time without the impairment, we were at a loss of 3 cents. That would be a 7 cent swing, or approximately, I think, $67 million swing in net. And that would be monumental. I'm calling for 3 to 5. I would love to see 3. Basically, zero, break even, or 1 cent. I think the market is going to kind of scoff at. We'll probably sell off slightly. Any loss, we're going to sell off huge. If we can get 3 cents, that would be a 3 cent beat. 4 cents would be great. 5 cents would be absolutely outstanding. 5 cents, we go Moon Rocket Ship Emojis. New member ads, we were 717,000. And guys, please keep this in mind with new member ads. Not a lurker likes the stock, guys. Newsflash, not a lurker likes the stock. I would have never guessed that, not a lurker, but it takes too much to sell, so I've dubbed you NAL. But as you know, Little D's doorbusters, Google Finance, 9 cents, 9 cents for this year, or for what? Don't know what everyone is so upset about. Totally normal stock movement the past year. Totally. The crowd goes wild for Danny Deals. Come on, I'm blushing. Guys, so basically, new member ads. The absolute rocket ship scenario would be 1 million ads. Now, that's not going to happen, but guys, check this out. Let me do a little napkin math on my 99-cent Staples calculator that I think I stole like 20 jobs ago when I was working in some shitty office job. Wanted to, go play in traffic, doing like my TPS reports. Didn't you get that memo? And be like, beat bosses. In any case, guys, so we were at 6.2 million, added 7.17, and then you divide that by 62. So we're talking 11.56 increase in membership just in Q3. Let that sink in, turds. So those members are going to have been working throughout Q4. 11.56 new, and those were good members. Those were members who were saving. Those were members who were direct depositing. I think those were members who we can cross-sell. A great number. So if we just go from where we are at 6.9 and we multiply that by 0.1156, which is the rate of increase we had last, I think we're going to be faster because of all the stadium stuff, all the football, all the mentions of SoFi Stadium, the announcement of the next Super Bowl at SoFi Stadium in 3 years. But that would be 797,640 member ads. So I'm thinking expectation is going to be 800,000 ads. That's kind of what the turds are going to be looking for. I'm predicting closer to that 900,000 number because I think Q4 is going to be outstanding. 1 million member ads would give us that rocket ship, way up to the top, emoji explosion, blah, blah, blah. So, is that going to happen? I think it's quite possible. New product ads were 1 million, basically 1,050,000 to 10.4 million. That needs to accelerate vis-a-vis the membership growth. We need to be cross-selling more people. Of course, that's the whole business model, but we need to start to make it happen. Now, we haven't been able to do home loans, student loans. The credit card business is a shambles. Invest is just crippled. It just doesn't do what it needs to do. So, some of the lack of cross-selling is quite frankly self-inflicted, and that's what I'm looking at as the weaknesses. There are weaknesses with SoFi, but they're never what they point out in the bear case, because the bear case is just more dramatic and FUD. They're not looking at what could be the real pitfalls of the company. But in any case, guys, so you're looking at need to improve credit card business. You need to improve cross-selling. I would like to see internal incentives for cross-selling. We give incentives when people sign up for money or whatever. You give them free blah, blah, blah. Give them a free fucking tote bag and a kick in the nuts. But I want to see incentive to get on that wheel. I want to say, okay, if you're saving, if you're direct depositing, give me an incentive to refi. Give me an incentive to refi my house. Give me more of an incentive to get on credit card. I want to see a tiered system where the more products you have with SoFi, the more reward you get. So give the fucking newbies with shitty credit, give them, 0.5%, 1% cash back on that credit card. I get the 2% because I'm a fucking badass. And then if I have 4 products, maybe I'm getting 3% back. It's a great return. We're paying too much for customers. We're paying too good to draw in no good nicks who want to see their fucking credit score. I don't want to pay for these turds anymore. I want to get the cream of the crop, the good customers, put them on the wheel. Stop worrying so much about, gap net profit, membership growth. Keep worrying about direct deposit. Keep worrying about growing where it counts. If you're talking about growing like a bank, you're trying to grow 2 things. You're trying to grow your assets. You're trying to grow your deposits on the fucking books. If you're talking about a tech company, you're trying to grow your customers. You're trying to grow your sales. You're trying to grow your revenues. You're trying to grow your fucking margins. Everybody knows what we're talking about here, guys. I'm talking real fast. I have actually only had my 2 allocated coffees, but I had one at home as well, so I've had 3. And let me apologize to both my doctor and Princess J for that oversight. I did forget I had a cup at home. I've only had 2 here at the office, but I was trying to figure out why I was talking so rapidly and why I'm now whispering in this odd announcer monotone. And I've narrowed it down to my additional coffee intake this day, which I'm not used to. The other thing that management has been lacking that we need sorely um, is a clearer roadmap on Galileo. I know they can't say what contracts are out there, but I think they could say, okay, we have 6 RFPs out there. Management could say, I think there's a likelihood we land one or none, or it's, I'm not saying they're going to be able to speak in absolutes. I'm not saying they're going to be able to reveal anything that we don't already know. But what I'm saying is they have to give us something. You can't give us nothing. It's like, but management, what they do give us is they're telling us the growth is going to come from the tech side. Tech is going to contribute more. Analysts are saying the opposite. Who knows more? Analysts or management? Who's been more accurate? Analysts or management? It's like the Chia Pet comes out and he says, okay, here's my predictions for next year on EPS and 2025 for EPS. And then you look at, but you were completely wrong about what would happen this year. You might have been closer to accurate on EPS, but the company was losing money this year, losing a lot of money. Everybody knew that. They took a huge write down. But all the doom and gloom stuff he had about the company, having trouble as a going concern, having to raise money at these unfavorable terms, and they did that when they expected rates to come down and things to accelerate. So they've been outperforming on every single metric. As far as deposit growth, I think that's one of the most critical. Guys, I got to grab some more tap water. I'm fucking going in there. I feel like I sucked on a giant lemon. You turds. Take a look at this price action. They're trying to hold us at a $7.45. Um, it is 11:34 in the AM on Friday, January 19, 2023. It's Un Poco Mas. My name's Danny Deals. Let me go grab a. He is a total fart knocker, Mike. You're absolutely right. I'm going to go grab some water. I'll be back in 2 and 2. Sorry about that, turds. Welcome and hello to any of you new people. Hello and welcome. Blah blah blah. That whole shtick. Guys, we're talking 5 trading days until the ER comes out. That's not a lot of time to position. And if you think about it, why do they do certain things? Why do they always move? Why are they pushing it up at the end of the day? It's to position for what they're going to do the next day. Why do they, borrow a ton and then return overnight or do the opposite? It's because they're positioning for how they're going to manipulate stupid, weak retail douchebags the next day because that's what they do. I was watching Staz. He's talking about head and shoulders. Yes, this is a head and shoulders pattern, but it's fucking meaningless because it's just mechanics. They plotted this. Guys, let me just explain something. This was predetermined here. This is not an organic sell-off. Look at how the borrowing changes right from this point. Okay, this is basically New Year's when the sell-off starts. Okay, and then if you look at the borrowing, I mean, you can look at this fucking chia pet numbnuts, do whatever you want to do. But if you look at the borrowing, people are like, oh, it doesn't correlate. The shorting doesn't matter. Okay, where does this start to go up? Okay, January 3rd, we're at 84 million. January 4 starts to go up to 115 million. So they're borrowing an additional more than 4 million shares per day as this thing crashes. That's plenty to crash the stock if the short longs are dumping the long share and borrowing. They're just putting a tremendous amount of downward pressure on the stock. Are they stopping people out? Absolutely, they're stopping people out, but en masse. En masse. Are institutions dumping? No. Are returders dumping? No. Yes, swing turders, they're washing out swing turders. They're washing out weekday turders. They're washing out weak options buyers. They're washing out weak hands. They're washing out turds, and good fucking riddance. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, you weak-handed, weak-kneed, shine box fetching, useless sacks of shit. Get out of my stock. Get out of my stock. I don't want you here. Get out of my town. Um, you have a. I do not have 253,000 SoFi shares. I probably control more than that with options. I got a lot of options. C Bar hit the thumbs up and also sent me a corn dog. Awesome. Yeah, send me 2 corn dogs to my Patreon. Extra mustard, extra mustard. I have a hot dog on a stick right outside of my fucking office, so thank God I don't go over there very much. Not often, just once or twice a day. Just grab a couple of dogs, maybe a nice lemonade. We just shoot the shit. Anyway, guys, hedge funds, they want to hear lower price. It's like it is a bit of bit of a walk. Oh, 623 average, very nice. My average, I don't have it right in front of me, but it's pretty fucking low. I could tell you if anybody cares. It's the reason I don't show my whole position, guys. Like, people want to borrow money. I want to give the impression that I'm broke and homeless most of the time. So for my SoFi position, at least on SoFi, it's a little bit worse on other sources that I've owned some of the shares longer, but I went in heavily toward the lows, so I'm up 30.62%. My average is $5.69. Wow, I'm up a lot. I'm up a lot of money, guys. It's really good. So let's see. Bank charter, hypercheck, data for the bull case. Noto continues to load up on shares in the company, increase the number of subscribers. Yeah, I mean, very good. That's all true. So, guys, let's see. The short is stable. The borrow's up huge. Short longs dumping. I already went over that. These could be other big surprises, guys. Student loan, massive increases. We saw that taking off in Q3. Tech revenue, big increases. That'll cause the stock to take off. We're talking about other things that'll cause the stock to take off. Huge increase in cross-selling. That'll cause the stock to take off. Critical data points. Already talked about it. Direct deposit growth, tech accounts, revenues, gross margins, all those things are extremely important. It is fucking crazy, guys. It's crazy. It's crazy. I have so much SoFi. I don't even know what to do with it. I actually sold Microsoft, which is something I never, ever, ever do. I have not sold Microsoft almost my entire life. It's one of the first things I started buying. I believe in that leadership. I believe in that management. I believe in that company with every fucking fiber of my being. It was almost painful to let go of some shares, but I believe Microsoft is just a little bit overbought. I think they've outrun even the tech sector. And I think they're really a great company, but I sold, I don't know, not that much, but a decent little chunk of my position and put it all into SoFi. So guys, this is it. No, zero hedge. It's officially zero hedge. I'm going into this ER with both eyes wide open and just 100% bullish, 100% long. And that's just the way it is. And if I take lumps, I take lumps. If I get hurt, I get hurt. It's just not afraid. Let's see. No powder left. I need some cocoa moss. Yeah, I can't buy any more right now, guys. I'd buy here. I wish I would, but I'm just overweight SoFi. I even sold some Tesla, that I'd sold up, around almost 240. Usually don't sell Tesla, but I do flip Tesla, but probably wouldn't have sold those shares, but I really like, I really like Tesla to kind of accelerate certain parts of their business that are less known than the car business, and that should, I think, create a lot of excitement around the stock. But in any case, that basically shows my level of conviction. Sold Tesla also, and in addition to Microsoft, to buy more SoFi shares. Who is here? Hope everybody's doing well. A lot of you same faces. Brian. Yes, I'm gonna write covered calls after the ER. I'm just not playing options right now, Brian. Just my choice. I know I'm leaving a lot of money on the table. I understand all that, but I just don't play. The volatility is too much for me. I'm not active enough with options. I'm not expert enough on options. I just stay away from them right around the ER. That's just been my policy, and it's worked well for me. So at least it's worked well in my opinion. Maybe you say, "Oh, you're leaving money; it's no good." Called this de Reina Rio Mayor. What's up, man? Or woman? I don't know what your gender is because I don't understand your name. It's a river, major river. I'm not sure. Fantastic buy. Yeah, I love Microsoft. Microsoft is my biggest holding by a fair margin, and it has been for basically my entire life. Wow. Sister inherited Berkshire. Hey, Jesus. Get yourself a big luxury RV. Get you a diesel pusher. Get you a twin axle diesel pusher and just go see this beautiful country. It's a beautiful country. We just go Walmart to Walmart. We just go Walmart parking lot to Walmart parking lot. It's all paved. It's just asphalt as far as the eye can see. I love it. America the beautiful. Oh my God. Go fast, turn left, motherfucker. What's going on, guys? Hello and welcome, Kareem. Hello and hello. You're not Kareem. What's your problem? You're not going to welcome me? Come on. I live good here in Switzerland. Excellent. Well, you are very neutral. If they test your pH, you are extremely neutral. Sorry, guys, I'm starting to lose my voice. I got to get out of this live stream. There's really no point left to it. I'm not even talking about SoFi. I'm just rambling on like a complete lunatic. But I was talking about little Danny's doorbusters. Tangible book value needs to grow more. God, what I wouldn't give to see $4 billion in total deposit growth. $4 billion in deposit growth is another of Little Danny Deal's doorbusters. That would put us right at the threshold of $20 billion in total deposits. I like to see it, but in any case, guys, I'm looking for that 3.3 number that's going to put us at 19 billion in deposits. 4 billion would be a Little Danny Deal's doorbuster and send us to the Moon Rocket Ship Emoji territory. Let's see, guys. Looking to collect premiums. Yeah, it's no offense. A lot of you guys know way more about options than me, and you're able to follow way more closely than me. But yeah, I just choose not to play options right around the ER on SoFi. Other companies, I am selling covered calls. I have a ton of other stocks, guys. It's not a this SoFi doesn't even make up like the majority or anything of my portfolio. I'm not one of those guys that has like half. I'm very well diversified, and most of my investment is in real estate area, not even in stocks. So it's just a lot of people are like, why do you only own one stock? Are you a fucking moron? I'm like, well, maybe, but I don't only own one stock. Those two things are not mutually exclusive. I can own many, many stocks, be well diversified, and still be a completely fucking moron. It is very, very possible. Guys, again, what else are we talking about? Do you guys have any Little Danny Deals doorbusters? Anything I'm not thinking of that would send the stock to the moon? That's really all I can think of. But I want to see more referrals. I want to see more cross-selling, and I want to see more cost savings. And what I talked about, I want fucking management to listen. Give incentives to the customers you already have. They're right there in front of you. You don't have to go out and find them. Don't just give incentives to new customers. That's not the only way to grow. We can grow internally. We don't have to go out and find customers. All of SoFi's customers are using a bunch of other financial institutions. Bring it in-house. Incentivize it. Get the options done. Get the fucking trading updated. Get covered calls done. Get business lending done. Get business banking online. You say you have the leading tech stack out there. Get this thing integrated. Make it a warp speed project. Make this our Manhattan project. Guys, if you saw that movie where they're doing the Manhattan Project, what was the name? Oppenheimer? I want a fucking Manhattan Project type effort to getting SoFi to the products we need to be that one-stop shop. We talk about it, let's be about it. If we're going to talk about it, let's fucking be about it. Jeremy Rochelle, get your ass in the fucking office 7 days a week. Take care of business. TCB. Yeah, I love the South. We were just all over Georgia, Carolinas. Fucking amazing, amazing. I love it down there. I'm just messing around, guys. I've guys, I got the gray hair. I've lived enough life to know you really can't judge a book by its cover. I've met fucking homeless geniuses. I've met CEOs who can't tie their fucking shoes. I've met people of all stripes, and I'm not stupid enough to, paint the South with that broad a brush. Now, there are fucking toothless backwoods morons down there, and they're same guys out here in California. So I take them as I sees them. Anyway, guys, so there's no way I could take advantage of their home loan product. Well, yeah, JS, you've identified the entire problem and why rates coming down are going to be so good for SoFi. There's no demand for any of their products. I mean, other than, personal loans, because so many people are fucking just dying and under credit card debt. Um, so yeah, obviously the fact that you're at 3.15, you're not going to refi to 7. You're not a dumb, stupid motherfucker. So you're not going to do that. Yeah, so sitting at 2.5%, yeah, my mortgage is 2.75 fixed. I went to a 15-year, got down my average, or not my average, sorry, I'm stuck on stocks. Got down my interest rate, got down my payment, so I'm going to be done in not too long. And oh boy, that's going to be a surprise or a good day. I think I have like 9 more years left on my mortgage. So anyway, I got a bunch of other loans for like apartments and stuff, but this I'm talking like my own personal residence. Sandy Springs, Georgia. I bet that's a beautiful place. I have never been there. But anyway, guys, unless somebody else has something brilliant to say, let me give you guys one more check of that sweet live short interest that all you junkies. Okay, this hasn't really updated, but you'll see it will. They're borrowing an absolute ton of shares. The algo has basically come back to 750. We could see them step it up in 25-cent increments next week. That would put us, somewhere back close to the 875 region, which is not a horrible place to go into earnings. But guys, again, we've talked about Little Danny's God, I can't even fucking talk. Little Danny's doorbusters, Little Danny deals doorbusters, whatever you want to say. So yeah, I agree with you. The invest platform is ass, Mike Hill. The options are terrible. The whole thing's terrible. The interface is terrible. I say, Jeremy Rochelle, you either have, this year to fix it and make everything nice, or you're fucking fired. Step into my office. Oh, why? Because you're fucking fired. That's why. Go dump stock options on somebody else's ass. You fucking turd. Yeah, I don't hate the South at all, Paven. It was an absolutely gorgeous place. I would vacation there full time if I could. But my work is here, my life is here right now. But I could definitely see myself moving somewhere in the South, somewhere coastal. Charleston, it's just really what a beautiful area. That waterway, everything in there, the harbor. God, you just spend the rest of my life there quite happily, fishing and eating fried foods, eating me some hush puppies, sitting back with Princess Jade, just singing and dancing on our porch, having fun, maybe learn to pick the banjo a little bit. Who's that picking the banjo there? Like, oh, just me and this kid. Like, what do you hire them driver brothers? Driver brothers probably, rape Ned Beatty, steal your truck. Probably need to shoot him with your bow and arrow. It's like, I'll shoot him. It's like, aren't you Burt Reynolds? Like, yes. All right. Deliverance. What a film. Matt Flo. Thanks, Matt. I really appreciate you, my friend. I hope you have a great weekend as well. Next week should be extremely exciting. Guys, sorry I didn't cover anything of substance, didn't cover most of what I said I was going to cover, and certainly didn't provide anything very, very useful, but that's kind of the way I like to do it. Toper time check. Toper turd check is 11:50 in the AM. It's January 19th. It's a Friday. Happy 2024. Happy New Year, you degenerate bastards. Thanks, Stockman Mark. Guys, I appreciate you. I am making NAL the official moderator of this chat because I can't read it, and So anything like stupid and like racist and like dumb and like that just he doesn't like, or maybe he doesn't like you, maybe he has some personal animus toward you, whatever it is, that's up to him. But he's going to be deleting your shit and policing you, you turds. So, I don't know why I chose him. I just kind of like him. Or I'm assuming, yeah, I know it is because I actually know. I completely forget it. But anyway, guys, it is a him. I was like, I'm trying to like, everybody gets like freaks out if you use the wrong pronouns. Like I said, my pronouns are double bacon cheeseburger. So I want you guys to refer me as the big double bacon cheeseburger. I will also answer to the giant lasagna. I will also answer to the head calzone. I will also answer to the sausage and pepper surprise. Anything along those lines, you could probably get my attention. Yeah, Not a Lurker's the best. Thanks, SJ Tavares. Thanks, Stockman. Thanks, Frumbler. Thanks, everybody else. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Not financial advice. Buy SoFi. Buy SoFi. Buy SoFi. Buy SoFi. Buy SoFi. Not advice. Remember, I'm stupid and I don't know everything. And if you have half a brain in your head, you need to think for yourself. And if you don't buy stocks. Um, you didn't choose Lurker? Of course I chose Lurker. Yeah, my moderating is moderate. We could pick some more of you later, but guys, I don't have very many people, so I don't need that many moderators. In fact, you guys don't really say anything that's like out of line, so you know, I don't know how much you need to be moderated, but I feel he needs a promotion. So I'm all over it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching Un Poco Mas. My name is Danny Dealers. Whatever you do not like or subscribe this broadcast. It was a insufferable, unwatchable piece of excrement. Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend. Peace. I'm out.